What's going on, everybody? Top 10 Pokemon here, and today I bring to you a video that has been requested many times, and that is the top 10 most expensive Blastoise Pokemon cards. Now, it seems in the past Blastoise has always played second fiddle to Charizard in terms of card values, but we are still going to go over the top 10 most valuable ones to this date. Now, keep in mind, when I say most valuable, it is the most valuable cards that have had sale prices in the past couple of months. Now, keep in mind, eBay has made it extremely difficult for people like myself to look up like best offer accepted prices. I think darn near impossible nowadays to do that, so just keep that in mind as you're watching this video. And also, I can only report on cards that have had recent sales, so there will be certain cards on this list that probably should make the list if they were to sell today or tomorrow, but probably won't be on the list because I didn't have any sales data. And last disclaimer, there will be some PWCC auction list prices here. We all have heard about the issues with PWCC and the shill bidding, so take that for what it's worth. I don't believe that every single auction done by PWCC was shill bidded, so just keep that in mind, and let's just enjoy this list today, starting out with our number 10 most expensive Blastoise Pokemon card, and that is the 2012 Plasma Storm Blastoise from Black and White series that in a PSA 10 scored the price of $1,850. Now, you know, I always give my honest opinion about the art and illustration of these cards. This is not my favorite illustration of Blastoise, but it is very interesting to see a card from the Black and White series go for nearly $2,000, and this is the number 10 most expensive Blastoise card that I could find. The number 9 most expensive Blastoise on our list is the Blastoise EX from Fire Red Leaf Green set. This is a phenomenal set. Not only do you have the Blastoise EX, but the Venusaur, Charizard, the legendary birds, all in this set in their EX forms. Very, very awesome. This card sold as a PSA 10 for $1,975. The number 8 most expensive Blastoise comes from the 2000 Topps Chrome series. This is a Sparkle Blastoise that in PSA 10 has sold for around $2,700. Some of these Topps cards have insanely low PSA 10 populations, as evidenced by here. At the time of this sale, this is a pop 1 of 7, which is why you're seeing a tremendous price tag like this. The number 7 most expensive Blastoise is a BGS 9.5 4 position only non-holo Blastoise card from Expedition set that has sold in auction for $2,801. This is another very low population card. At the time of the sale, it was only a pop 1 of 6. These 4 position only cards are very tough to get your hands on, so you're almost guaranteed to get a very high price for these cards. The number 6 most expensive Blastoise comes from Legendary Collection in this reverse foil fireworks Blastoise card that sold as a PSA 10 for $2,849. It's no secret that these reverse holos from Legendary Collection hit some phenomenal price points, and yeah, this makes the number 6 most expensive Blastoise at this time. The number 5 most expensive Blastoise card also comes from a Topps Chrome set in this Blastoise Techno card that in PSA 10 has sold for an even $3,000. An even lower population card of only 4 PSA 10 examples probably makes this the most expensive Topps Chrome Blastoise card to date. The number 4 most expensive Blastoise is the OG Unlimited Base Set Blastoise Holographic that in PSA 10 has very, very recently sold for $3,161. It is hard to deny the nostalgia of this here Blastoise. This was the very first time we saw Blastoise in the English TCG and is the number 4 most expensive at this time. Coming down to the final 3, we have the 3rd most expensive Blastoise card, and that is the first edition holographic Dark Blastoise from Team Rocket set. Now, it was difficult to find a recent price on this. There is one listed now for $4,000 or best offer, but the most recent sale I could find was one that went as a PSA 10 for $3,264. This is probably one of the top 4 or 5 most expensive cards from Team Rocket set, and it is number 3 most expensive on the list. The number 2 most expensive Blastoise card is probably my favorite Blastoise card, and that is the Blastoise Holo from Expedition set. This has sold recently as a PSA 10 for $4,465 US. You gotta love the E-Series artwork. I love this illustration of Blastoise. It's like half underwater. It's a very, very awesome artwork and is the number 2 most expensive. As to be expected, folks, I have come up with an honorable mentions list for these Blastoise cards, so here it is. we had an Unbroken Bonds Secret Rare Blastoise GX in PSA 10 that is sold for $340. Now the vintage Blastoise cards and the modern Blastoise cards are like night and day. These modern Blastoise cards aren't nearly like they were 20 years ago as far as value, but still, it doesn't hurt to pull a Blastoise card nowadays, even if it fetches $340. Here we have from the Platinum Series a Blastoise Holo that's very recently sold as a PSA 10 for $760. Here is a 1995 Japanese Top Sun Greenback Blastoise card that in PSA 10 has sold in auction for $954. Here is a Japanese Blastoise Holo from the Squirtle deck that in PSA 10 has sold for $960. Now the population of this card is actually rather low at only 65 PSA 10 examples, so I thought this card would have went for a lot more because this card is the same artwork as the CD promo Blastoise Holo, and that card has like a couple thousand examples. So yeah, I would have thought this card went for at least over $1,000. Here we have a Japanese Blastoise Holo that is an e-card promo in PSA 10 that sold for $1,000.01. Here we have a 1996 Blastoise Prism Card-Ass vending card that is sold as a PSA 10 for $1,026. And lastly, for our honorable mentions here, we have the Japanese base set Blastoise Holo that is sold as a PSA 10 for $1,809. And the number one most expensive Blastoise comes as no surprise. It is the first edition base set Blastoise in PSA 10. This card is actually difficult to gauge the price nowadays because one had sold as a best offer price. It was listed for $75,000, but I couldn't find out how much it sold for. The most recent base set Blastoise in PSA 10 that I've seen sell sold for $31,334. It's also interesting to note that the SGC-10 version of this card recently sold for $7,600. Thank you guys for watching. What are you, a Team Blastoise, Team Charizard? Let me know in the comments. What was your favorite card you've seen on the list, and what card were you surprised wasn't on the list? Let me know in the comments. Thank you again for watching, folks. I will see you very soon.